This is reposted. This is reposted.
That is right. This episode of the Reposted podcast is featuring live guests. Me and Andrew are together. We're in my garage, and we have two featured players today. First, say your name.
Trey.
Trey what?
Trey Olson.
And who's your name?
Brennan Olson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this exciting or what, Andrew?
I'm Andrew Keller.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Andrew Keller is here, too. All right, today we're going to do a little poetry. I thought it would be fun. Andrew actually had the idea to invite the kids in. We're going to discuss a poem. In fact, I would say my favorite poet of all time.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It is Shel Silverstein. You know him from Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Yeah. I also know him from being referenced on the Reposted podcast.
Okay, very good.
I think that's who you said your favorite poet was.
Here's the thing is I don't really know any other poets. That's why he's essentially my favorite poet.
Great.
Okay, and also The Giving Tree. He did The Giving Tree. So here it is, guys. We're going to talk about this poem. Shel Silverstein, the poem, The Voice. I've read this to you before. There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No teacher, parent, preacher, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you. Just listen to that voice that speaks inside. Ooh. B, is there anything that comes to your mind after we read that poem?
In class, when there's a voice inside of you that's thinking things, but then you're not actually saying what you're thinking.
Wait, so is the voice saying throw a spitball at the front of the classroom? Is it saying make a fart joke?
No, like thinking things about school.
Oh, so it's not a self-control thing?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it can be if you want it to be, but
Ooh, well,
not for
listen,
me.
that's deep and insightful. Bobby, what do you think of the poem, The Voice?
I don't really know anything.
Come on, man!
You don't know. So when you wake up in the morning and you have, you're supposed to get out of bed, is something inside of you telling you to get out of bed, or is it a parent telling you that it's time to get up?
Well, on the weekends, I wake up to do my tablet.
To do your tablet. So that's the voice inside of you saying, hey, it's time to do the tablet.
Time to play Pixel Gun 3D.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this is basically saying don't rely on outside forces to be able to figure out what you want, right? Like, it's rely on yourself because you're going to hear, you should do this, you should do that. But at the end of the day, you're the only person that's held responsible for what you're going to do.
Totally. But, I'm not pushing back, I'm agreeing. But also, like, by the time you get to our age, your voice has been refined. Like, people have contributed to that voice inside of you, or your gut, or your conscience, whatever you want to call it. And it's actually like all those people around you almost talking to you. Right. But for these guys, I mean, do you have a voice that ever talks to you inside, says something, or no?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What has your voice ever said to you?
Well, it's like when I get a bunch of Halloween candy, half of me says, oh, eat all of it, and half of it says, don't eat all of it.
Yeah, I think the eat all of it is your impulse, and the don't eat all of it is like thinking long term because you may or may not throw up if you eat 100% of your candy.
Yeah.
Trey, this year did you eat 100% of your Halloween candy?
No, this year I barely ate any.
Why?
He tried to give it all away.
I don't know why.
Was there a voice saying, hey, I need to give this candy to somebody else?
No.
Okay.
We have a friend who has a song. It's called Stop. Don't touch me there. That is my no-no square.
Who? What?
So it's a little kid, and he sang that to me the first time, and he obviously learned that in school. And the reason I bring that up is because you're taught. I mean, I was taught in elementary school there are bad people kind of around the world. Have you ever been around someone where you're like, oh man, this person's bad news? Like your intuition saying this guy's bad news. I gotta go run. Or I shouldn't do something around this guy.
Not really. I've dreamed about it, but it's never happened.
Like even just walking through the Tenderloin, you don't get spidey sense go off being like.
Well, a little
That's
bit.
like a survival mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Totally. I mean, I like that. Your voice inside of you is totally your survival mechanism, right?
Yeah. And I think being able to identify, and you do this with age, is being able to identify when the voice inside of you is being pleasure-seeking in the moment and when you need to think more long-term, I think.
Like a candy.
Bobby, has your voice ever told you, oh no, that person's bad news?
Sometimes.
Give me an example.
I can't remember any right now.
Have you ever gone into the kitchen and saw your dad cooking you breakfast and said, "Oh, that guy's bad news"?
When he's cooking something bad, yeah.
Yes. Well, if you have a primal fear of Larry, please reach out. You can find us at Reposted Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I'm Andrew Keller for most of the Olsen family saying thanks for stopping by.